So hello there friends, Harsh here back with yet another easy tutorial at Robotech. And in today's video we'll be seeing how to use x86 softwares and how to run them on the Raspberry Pi. Today we are going to use the Box 86 software that has been developed by some people and it's available on GitHub. So we'll compile that on the Raspberry Pi and then we'll be able to run the x86 softwares. So without wasting time, let us start. So I will use PuTTY to SSH into my Raspberry Pi. So I'll just type in my IP address of the Raspberry Pi, then log in using my credentials. After this thing is successfully done, we need to install some dependencies. So sudo apt get install git build essentials and cmake and hit on enter. Yes, build essential it is, I guess. So it's now saying not build essentials, it's build essentials, so just note that. And then git and build essential are already the latest versions, so we need to only install cmake. So let us do that by hitting y and enter. So as you can see, this is successfully installed now. So let us scroll below, and in the compiling procedures for different things, we have one for Raspberry Pi. So only 2, 3 and 4 support the box 86. 1 and 0 do not, as you all can see. They lack some certain neon support, so it can't work with 1 and 0. So we have 2, 3, 4. So now things are different for 2, 3, 4. So only difference being that, as you all can see in the cmake command over here, I'll just zoom in into this here. So in the cmake command, the drpi4 will change to drpi3 2. So this will be the change, so just note that. I'll leave it in the description below. So dash drpi 3 for Raspberry Pi 3, drpi 2 for Raspberry Pi 2. So now let us, as you can see over here, clone into the git repository of box 86 by copying the command and pasting it over here, and then let's hit enter. After this is done, we have to change the directory and go to the new directory that we just cloned into. So I'll just use my keyboard to type in the command, and then here we have to make a new directory known as build directory. And after the build directory is made over here, we have to change the directory to that by using the cd command, cd build. And here we have to take this command. This command is now going to be different for everyone, as I said earlier, just earlier. So let's copy this and paste the long command and hit on enter now and let the process work. So this thing is done now. Now we have to make the thing. As we know, the make command is used to build the configuration files and get all the build files together and then later install it together. So first let us use make command to make the files. So for that, make and dash j tells it to use more than one processor for the procedure, and then we can also specify the number of processor by typing in 4, that is 4 for Raspberry Pi, or we can just use the brackets and nproc for number of processors and hit on enter. I guess I did some mistake again here. I'll just check and be back. So I will let you all know. Yes, so there is this dollar sign over here. I forgot to keep that dollar sign. So if you are not sure about how many processor your Raspberry Pi has, so for that thing, just do dash J, so use more than one processor, and dollar sign NPROC, so it will automatically check the number of processor it has and then use all of them. So now let's hit on enter and let the process work. So as you can see, this is successfully done now. So last two commands remaining, and so this command is to install everything that we have just built and the configuration files we have created. So put them together and then do the final installation procedure. So sudo make install, hit on enter. short process. So installation is successful now. So now we have to restart this one system process known as system d dash bn bin fmt. So it is to let the Raspberry Pi know that it can access more binary formats now, like the x86. So after restarting this process, it would be able to know that it can now support more formats because now the installation was successful. So let's hit on enter. The thing is successful, everything is successful. You all can just restart and then install any x86 application that you want to run on the Raspberry Pi. So that's that, guys. In the upcoming video we'll be installing a x86 software, the TeamSpeak server on this, and then use it to chat with our friends using the audio, that is the voice over internet protocol, so that we can discuss our game plans. So thank you friends, don't forget to like, share, subscribe and hit on the bell icon for more such interesting videos. Thank you.